Today I fucked up by showing glorious boobs on TV to kids. This literally happened less than 12 hours ago, so that rare bird, a genuine tea in the IFU. Me and my partner are watching Netflix's excellent documentary series, Wild Wild Country, with our kids. It's rated 15 and our kids are well under 15, but we like them to watch long-form content with us. Wild Wild Country is hard to summarize, but it documents the misadventures of an idealistic but crazy hippie sect, the Rajneeshis led by Bhagwan, and his Rolls-Royces, that tried to form a commune in Oregon in the 1980s, and their run-ins with the FBI. It intercuts present-day interviews with the surviving characters, hippies, FBI, locals, with footage of them being utterly wild in the 80s. So our kids are watching it with us, learning about old-time idealism, where it goes wrong, politics, and that old people have fascinating backstories when they were all so young and foolish. Netflix likes to summarize the cult's activities every now and then, sometimes including footage of them dancing naked, or writhing in piles of heaving flesh in their therapy groups. If the kids are with us, we fast forward through some of these bits as it's not exactly casual non-sexual nudity. Today I notice a summary is coming up, and warn my partner to have her finger on the FF button. Huge quivering boobs burst out on the screen, and my partner presses FF, but she accidentally presses the pause button, freeze-framing a close-up of two lovely 1980s women dancing orgasmically naked in all their sweaty glowing glory, cued in Netflix's old-timey day-glow orange filter, all up on our giant TV as our kids look on quizzically. I glance at my partner and we burst out laughing like maniacs for at least a minute or two, leaving the boobs on screen for our kids to goggle at, before she could get it together to press the play button. Turns out that was literally the only split second of nudity in the entire episode. Too long didn't read, attempted to avoid showing sexy times on TV to kids, accidentally paused TV at the most sexy frame in the single-second long clip of naked flesh used in the show, while laughing uncontrollably. I'm sure the kids are fine. They've seen boobs before, and they've probably already posted about our fuck up on Instagram or whatever the youngsters are using nowadays. I'm old, so I'm posting this on Reddit, which is what old people like us use. Honestly, it's safer for them to learn sex is natural than it is for them to learn violence is natural. In other words, kids seeing boobies equals MBD. Tiddies are tiddies. It'll be okay. But I never turn down a chance to see another pair. It is called Wild Wild Country, correct? Question mark. I was watching Bram Stoker's Dracula one time at Halloween on a big-ass TV. Our TV room was at the front of the house with a big bay window. Kids came to the door and my wife and I hit pause to give out the candy. I come back to Monica Bellucci's fantastic Tatars framed in glorious 65 inches. I honestly didn't remember that movie even having nudity, but I'm sure some kids saw something they shouldn't have that day. Join the Tatter Club. This is frustrating to read. Making sex a secret or shameful activity never works out. Good luck though, I sincerely wish you the best. Agreed, kinda cringe to try to make a fuck up out of it. Today I fucked up by locking myself out of my house in my underwear. This happened a few hours ago. I just moved into a new house a week ago. Haven't had time to make a spare key yet because I just started college again with a full class load. The door handles do this bullshit thing where even when doorknob is locked, it will still turn and open, but not from the outside. Ironically enough, I went outside to check if the detached studio house was locked. It was. Dumbass move number 1, as was the back door I had just closed. Dumbass move number 2, I am now, mostly, naked and, very, afraid. Even more ironically, I had the passenger door to my Jeep unlocked. Dumbass move number 3, I got a knife and tried to jimmy the lock open. No dice. After realizing a locksmith was cheaper than stitches and a new window, I resigned to ask a neighbor for help. First house refused to acknowledge my presence even after making eye contact through the kitchen window. They also had signs with Bible verses on their front porch. Go figure. Second house I tried, a gentleman opened the door and busted out laughing. He was more than willing let me use his phone to call a locksmith, and overall thought the situation was hilarious. Even gave me a pair of shorts so I would be decent when the locksmith came through. Jason, if you're reading this, you're a fucking legend. Too long didn't read. I locked myself out of my new house in my underwear and met my neighbors for the first time while naked and afraid. Return the shorts and you're the legend. Already folded them and put them on the porch. I locked myself out of my hotel room butt naked. What you have done then? Did you needed to go to reception to ask for help? Been there lol. When I was in the army, our barrack had keycard doors like most hotels. It was used to let us into our shared common area, kitchen/bathroom, as well as our individual sleeping quarters. As one could imagine, when drunk or just dog-ass tired, we would fail to grab our key card and go to the restroom only to shut our bedroom door behind us cause we weren't thinking. The issue with that was, if it was after normal duty hours, the only person with the master key was staff duty at the battalion building on the other side of the base. The only people that could contact them was the person pulling duty at the barracks that night. So you were left to walk through the entire building to the CQ desk at the center of the ground floor and wait there for at a minimum 20 minutes till the master key arrived. More often than not you were in your underwear doing all of this. On rare occasion, for an unlucky few, you were stark naked unless you pounded on a friend's door to borrow clothes. If you were on the first floor, you learned very quickly to leave a quarter on your windowsill and the window unlocked so you could just sprint out to the exterior of the building, pop the screen off with the quarter, and jump through your window. It was always a fun time. Yeah, I hope you replace those crappy doorknobs. Been there before. Went out to grab the mail from the mailbox in a small condo complex that had a gated courtyard in boxes because I'll be all of 5 seconds, who cares in the dead of a Chicago winter. Forgot my key to the building and none of my roommates were home. Thank God some kind soul buzzed me in after tapping every button on the address register and I had left the actual condo doorway unlocked. Today I fucked up ordering a coffee on mobile. Obligatory apologies. So to preface this, I am not a morning person and it takes me forever to wake up. I really didn't feel like cooking this morning, so I decided to go out to grab some food. Now, normally I think very carefully before choosing my words. However, as I said, I'm not a morning person and I cannot think properly when I first get up at all. So I'm at the counter ordering my food, and at the last moment I realize I need coffee badly. Now I'm one of the rare few women in my family who prefer black coffee. However, as we all know, fast food coffee is total crap. In fact, over the years I have found only one coffee that I even prefer to drink black, and it must have been blessed by God, or whatever deity you believe in. I don't judge, because a preacher makes this coffee. So in order to counteract the horribly burnt taste of fast food coffee, I usually add a lot of creamer and only 2 sugars because I hate sweet coffee. Apparently though, the lady at the counter could not hear me, so I had to repeat myself. It certainly does not help that in my half-asleep state, I was not speaking as loudly as I normally do, and my mask just made it worse. I raised my voice, probably a little louder than what I meant, and said I need a lot of creamer and very little sugar because I like my coffee creamy and bitter. I did not say it in a mean way or anything, just a little on the loud side. She was very polite and professional, said okay no problem, and went to get my food and make my coffee. While I was waiting, I noticed the other customer, a young man if that matters, looking at me rather oddly. He was not wearing a mask so I could see his full expression. I paid for my food, thanked the fast food lady, and left. I thought little of the whole interaction until I got to work and told my co-worker about it. Only then, in my absolute horror, did I realize what I said when she started laughing. I now know why he was looking at me funny, and while I'm laughing now, for a moment I was absolutely mortified. I do realize this isn't the worst fu ever, but I'm sure that guy is telling someone about the girl who likes creamy bitter drinks. I'll be honest, I've never been happier to be wearing a mask. Edit: to answer a common question, you have to have a dirty mind to understand completely where I messed up and why the guy was looking at me very funnily, and why the co-worker I told this to laughed so hard at me. I essentially told somebody I like to drink creamy bitter stuff. If you don't get it, I completely understand that. Too long didn't read. I ordered a coffee extra creamy and bitter and didn't realize what I said until it was way too late. Why is this trending? Also 2 sugars is sweet AF to me, shrugs in bitterness. I too hate everyone equally, hooray for equality lol. Wait, what did you do wrong? Where is the foo? I'll add this as an edit to the story. You basically have to have a rather dirty mind to get where I messed up. If you don't get it, that's okay, not everybody is like me and my coworkers. How does this have 11 upvotes and yet Reddit told me it's trending? Wait, what? That's not right. Reddit must be having a bit of a drunk moment lol.